Today we'll be covering the Medicare donut hole, which is also referred to as the coverage gap. Every prescription drug plan has various stages of coverage and cost. The beginning stage that everyone starts out in, whether enrolling in a Medicare prescription drug plan for the first time or at the start of a new year, is referred to as the deductible stage. During this stage, you would be responsible for 100% of the cost of drugs, but depending on the plan you select for prescription drug coverage, you may or may not have a deductible. Because this stage varies from plan to plan, it is important to have a good understanding prior to making an enrollment decision. If the plan does not have a deductible, or once it's been met, you'll move to the initial coverage stage, where you'll either pay a flat copay or another type of cost-sharing method for prescriptions. Most individuals will remain in the initial coverage stage for the duration of the year, though some may enter the donut hole, also known as the coverage gap. The donut hole, also known as the coverage gap, applies to standalone Medicare prescription drug plans and Medicare Advantage prescription drug plans, but is not necessarily something that everyone experiences. If you're currently on Medicare and taking prescriptions, it is certainly helpful to understand how or if the coverage gap will affect you. Here, we'll illustrate an example in which you might experience the donut hole. Let's say you take insulin and pay a $30 copay each time you fill that drug while in the initial coverage period. Generally, the insurance company is paying a much higher amount than you, say in this case $370. The combined total to fill that drug is your portion plus their portion, which in this case equals $400. In 2021, after you and the insurance company spend $4,130, you'll enter the coverage gap. In our example, this person may enter the coverage gap near the end of the year in October. Once you've entered the coverage gap, you'll pay 25% of the cost of your drugs. After your out-of-pocket costs reach $6,550, you'll exit the coverage gap, enter the catastrophic phase, and begin paying much lower rates. Very few people ever reach this stage, but those who do can expect to pay $3.70 for generic drugs and $9.20 for brand name drugs through the rest of 2021. Many of the drugs that cause Medicare beneficiaries to enter the coverage gap will be either name brand, specialty drugs, or a combination of these. As you can see, drug costs can really add up. The good news is that there are resources that can help with cost sharing, such as Medicare Extra Help or state pharmaceutical assistance programs. Many of these resources are based on your taxable income. To determine the out-of-pocket expenses for your prescriptions, please give us a call or visit our website. We would love the opportunity to serve you by running a complimentary cost analysis for the prescriptions you're currently taking. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more educational content about Medicare.